Be prepared for highly offensive language throughout, adult and sexual themes, and possible flashing images. It's the final whistle for our ex-semi-pro as you guys at home decided to send him off. After failing to score, time has come for me to get a full post-match analysis and talk to him in private about his privates. It's time for Isaac to say his final farewell on Big Brother's Bet on the Side. It's Friday night, which means only one thing, just a small matter of an eviction night. And we love it. Our housemates landed very safely back in the Big Brother UK house after travelling to new heights on their Far East trip. But Lewis had to say a sad goodbye and leave baby Bow Bow in charge. I can't deal with it. But even though Lewis tried to disembark the returning flight at probably around 12,000 feet, the housemates did manage to pass the task and win a luxury shopping budget. And after much thought, discussion and deliberation, Cameron finally got the chance to be comfortable with his fellow housemates. He got a seat in first class, guys. Yes! Yes! So made up for him. So made up for him. And we did mention it earlier. He finally came out as well. We love him for it. But Cameron wasn't the only housemate to come out tonight. It's been a long time coming. Well, but Isaac became our third evictee of the series and came out of the house. He has flown the nest and he's going to be crash landing to bots for a little full roasting a bit later on. Also coming up, Big Brother's very own Captain in Command, Emma Willis, is going to be flying by. For first class chit chat with your purser extraordinaire. But it's getting late, so let's crack on and meet my Friday night eviction panel. First up, she's back on the bots panel where she belongs. Now, we can't guarantee the next hour will be turbulent-free, but there'll be plenty of in-flight entertainment. Chicken liver chits beware. And I'm going to do this. Bishangan Wada. It's Kim Woodburn! Next up is the curly-haired hunk who cracked on and did bits with assault, but then he got mugged off on the island of love. He's ever young. It's the BBUK! And finally, she's more used to opening up on a daytime panel, but it's way past 9 p.m, which means she can be a bit more loose than she is normally. It's Jizzy Abdullah! What a trio, eh? What a trio from one trio to another. Tonight's eviction was a straight-up freeway between Akeem, Brooke and Isaac. But did the right housemate go? Lovely to have Kim back, by the way. As always. Kim.
Thank you for all your support. Oh, gosh, it was appreciated.
We love you, darling. I need to ask you, you love this show as much as we do. Did the right person go tonight, Kim?
Well, you know, let's be honest. Nice on the eyes, dear.
Oh, dear.
Now, don't stop. No, body, lovely face. Did nothing, lovey.
Oh, did not do nothing, yeah.
When you've looked at the body for 3 weeks, do something. Argue with somebody. Gorgeous. You won't miss him, my love.
Well, you didn't think he'd done enough for you?
Well, his body did.
Jizzy, I mean, he didn't do a lot for Kim in them stakes, but I mean, he ruffled a few feathers whilst he was in there. Are you going to miss him?
I think he had a bit of a temper tantrum because you remember when he was on the aircraft, they said...
Can I just say I love the camera had to pan right back.
Put him in the front seat because he's grumpy. I thought, oh, is he? So, lovely body, nothing to say and grumpy. Get him out.
Oh! Cheers, what are you making of it?
Yeah, do you know what? I agree, he's gorgeous to look at, but my problem with him is that is his hard-on for Akeem. Do you know what I mean? There was the time... Well, it is after midday. But no, know, but, you know, he's there going about how Akeem, he doesn't trust him, he's a snake or words to that effect, while still using the equipment that Akeem had bought for him. Do you know what I mean? So...
Yes.
Wound you up a little bit?
It did wind me up, yeah. He really hated Akeem, and I think Akeem is lovely.
And you're a fan of Akeem?
I'm a massive fan of Akeem, just me and that lady.
I mean, he was very bedworthy.
Oh, bedworthy.
Don't tell the husband, for God's sake.
I won't. She's on the sauce tonight, this one. Al, do you think Isaac could have done anything more to maybe stay in that house?
I think he could have come out of his shell a bit more, in a sense. I think he said it himself, it was death by association with Louis G.
Yeah.
And I think that he was in his shadow for a long time, and then he left, and then he didn't really get his time to shine, you know, and he could have brought that once Louis G left, and he didn't. And he was a little bit moody in there at times, and he could have just been a bit nicer sometimes.
Well, Joe, talking of times to shine, I mean, he did show off his chopper in the house.
But we didn't see it. We didn't see it, though.
Yeah, I mean, we did see it. Kim, was that... Do you think that should have been enough for him to stay in your eyes? Clearly, we're going along that road.
In your eyes.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Oh, stop it, you. Now, look, I wouldn't throw him out of bed.
No.
Shall
I love the fact I've got eyeline with your husband who's standing literally right there.
He's had 40 years of this. The first year was great. Now, you wouldn't... Do you mind? Can I have my moments I lost at my age? No. You wouldn't throw him out of bed till you give him a good seeing to.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm actually going to throw myself into the audience for a bit of class. Gorgeous.
Is Kim talking about her husband or Isaac?
I think a bit of both at this point.
After 40 years, what do you think I'm talking about?
Isaac,
love
what we
you,
make
Peter.
He's still going.
All I'm going to say is, love him or loathe him, Isaac did do stuff in that house. Yeah. How have we kept... How have we kept boring, bland, beige Brooke? Yeah! And we've chucked Isaac out. Are we all insane? Are we wanting to have a boring show? Apparently so.
Oh, darling, we'll get you a glass of water or something to calm you down, Isaac.
He could have... OK, Isaac, I mean, I'm happy to see him here today, but at the end of the day, he could have done more himself to try and create a little bit more, less of the people viewing him as aggressive and things. Even though I don't think he was aggressive, people had that perception. He lost the popular vote twice, didn't he? Because, you know, so therefore, he should have done more. He should have picked up that this is the way to be and not to be quite so forceful.
I can see you disagreeing.
Yeah, no, put him back in the house. He's really nice. Eye candy.
She wants him back in. Well, look, we're going to be chatting to Isaac a bit later on in the show, but we do need to discuss the rest of tonight's action.
I didn't like the fact that when he flashed his todger...
Yeah, go on.
With that, now he did... Girls, I never saw it. He had to go. I mean, how mean can you get?
Let's talk about the housemates, because they may have waved goodbyes to Isaac tonight, but they said a big hello to two brand new housemates in the shape of Hussein and Isabella. Now, first up, let's talk about 25-year-old Hussein from Birmingham. He said he's going to be running that house. Now, God help us all. Kim, I'm going to come back to you, my love, because why not? How do you think the current housemates are going to react to someone who's saying they're going to run the house?
He thinks he's going to go in there and get himself a nice bird.
Oh, do you?
With this overconfident man. Yeah. The only bum he's going to get is when his finger slips to his toilet. No, he's going to feel nobody else is...
All I'm going to say, Kim Woodburn, everyone. Cheers, I'm going to attempt to come to you now. How well is this self-proclaimed star going to do in the civilian Big Brother house, you think?
I'm sorry, you're going to have to repeat the question, because I'm still thinking about the finger.
Yeah, we all are. Hussein, he calls himself a star. How do you think he's going to do in there?
I think the first time he's up for nomination, he'll be gone.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. And he don't run no house. The only run he's going to be doing is around the garden.
No!
And I love how he said that, you know, I'm confrontational, people can't step to me. Kennelly will finish him.
Oh! Well, that's Hussein. Let's move on to Isabella now. She's our potty-mouthed toff from Norfolk. EL, how do you think she's going to do in there? Because she seemed to be a little bit different to her profile VT when we saw her walk in. She seemed quite chill and quite really nice.
Definitely.
Girl.
I don't know. I think she's going to have a hard time kind of blending in, and the girls already seemed a little bit catty towards her.
Well, we saw Brooke, didn't we, and Sean have a little ooh.
Yeah.
And I think if she came in with such a high energy, like she owned the place and like she already knew anyone, and I think she almost was slightly too familiar already, and I think that could be to her detriment.
Oh. We do have to chat about something else that happened in tonight's show. We did see at the end of the episode that Cameron finally came out with it, and he did come out in the end. So let's have a little look at that moment again.
Ask me a question.
You gay?
Yes.
Yay! Oh, I'm so proud of you.
Now, I'm really, really thrilled to say that we've got Cameron's dad, Martin, with us tonight. Martin, I want to have a little chat with you. It's been a big night for you tonight as well. Obviously, your son's been in there, and we've seen this unfold over the last few weeks. I've got to ask, how are you feeling?
Wow. Just wow. Very proud. Exceptional thing to do at 18. He never wanted to go in the house and do that, but obviously he knew the environment he was in, that it was going to inevitably happen, so...
Are you happy for him?
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Oh, my God, I love Martin!
Me and a few of the family knew. He just didn't have enough time before going in to obviously tell a few more people that he wanted to, but...
Well, he's done it now.
Yeah,
and I mean, what a way to do it. Do you know what I mean? Lovely to speak to you, Martin.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for
No
joining us.
worries.
Give up for Martin, everyone. I mean, there's been plenty of discussion prior to Cameron's choice to come out involving Lewis, but Thomas said, "What does Lewis know about gay love?" was his words. Chizzy, do you think Lewis... where did you think Lewis was coming from? Do you think it was coming from a nice place with Lewis, obviously, with Cameron?
I do, because Cameron went to him.
Yeah.
You know, he initiated
And he
the
does see
conversation.
him. He calls him a big brother.
Exactly. And he, so I think Lewis was actually he's been lovely in this whole...
Do you think he's been really good throughout this?
Yeah, absolutely.
I think it's been a really good thing for Cameron as well.
I think also with Cameron coming out on TV, you know, he doesn't have to do all those conversations with this friend and that uncle and that auntie. Now everybody knows.
That WhatsApp group would have been going off. Do you know what I mean? Isaac said to Kian, though, that he'd shot himself in the dick by confessing that he had feelings for Cameron. And Lewis said he was a little bit careless. Kim, do you think it was wrong of Kian to say that to Cameron? Maybe having a little instinct that Cameron was going through something? Or do you think he was well within his right?
That boy is 18. He's a lovely young man. He's gay. So what?
Yeah, exactly. So what? EL, you know, the whole Kian thing that happened in there.
18, you know, that young man's going a long way. He's got a lot of guts. Dad, be proud of him.
EL, he is. The whole Kian thing took a bit of a turn, didn't it, EL, for him? You know, I think a lot of people have said the way that Kian was talking about that was from a place of good, you know, but then there was a few people, especially Lewis at one point, said, you know, it was quite careless of him to do that. What did you make of the whole Kian situation?
I think Kian was coming from a good place, but at the same time, Cameron, you can see that he's got this weight on his shoulders and he hasn't said it yet. So to put that pressure on him and make him feel uncomfortable within an environment where they're all living together and they're all family is a bit careless, but at the same time, if that's how Kian feels, then it's how he feels, but he should have been more sensitive to it as a whole.
And we don't know that he was going to come out as gay, really. He could have come out as a Jehovah's Witness, for all we know.
Could have come out as me.
Right, exactly.
No, exactly. I said I'm Ryland.
Yeah,
it was me.
weird.
You know, there it is.
So...
we need to quickly talk about the housemates passing the BB Airline China task. They've won themselves that luxury shopping budget. Lewis said a really sad goodbye to baby Bao Bao, but I'm pleased to say he's returned tonight with his dad, Justin. My little darling, how are you? And how are you? Are you happy with how we've looked after Bao Bao?
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Oh, we love Bao Bao and his dad. Thank you. Thank you for all your help the last few days. Thank you. You've been amazing. That was a solid chat. Give this panel a round of applause. All right, now, no Friday night's complete without a visit from our captain, the Air Chief Marshal of BB Airways, the propeller to my wings, the maverick to my goose. This girl can take a seat in my cockpit anytime she likes. Please welcome the one and only Mrs. Emma Willis. What a night. Emma,
Always wear leather trousers.
third eviction of the series.
Yes.
I mean, what a show tonight.
It was great.
1 out, 2 in.
Right.
Did you enjoy it?
Just the way you like it. Hey, Kim, like that.
She's been next to her for 10 seconds. She's already rubbing on
I know, what's happened?
Anna Amelia went, Lewis G's gone, we know
Yeah.
Kay walked, but now Isaac's gone. I mean,
Yeah.
big characters have left the house. Were you shocked that it was him tonight?
Was I shocked? No,
You wasn't. Why?
I wasn't. There's a lot of talk of guilt by association. But it's been a whole week since Lewis has gone, and a week in that house is a long time.
Yeah.
To not have to have that association. You can kind of make your own mark in that amount of time, I think. So, I don't know, I felt like we lost him a little bit. Do you know what I mean? He was kind of there. We saw him get a little bit annoyed with the coin stealing and things like that. But I think we probably need to see more of his fun side, really.
One thing we did see tonight, I know you've just gone to give Martin a kiss, Cameron's dad, but finally he's, had the guts to say it.
Oh my God, I had
say
a
it
right
out
little
loud.
dance when I saw it. I was
Did ya?
so happy and excited.
Do you think we're
I
going to
wanted
see...
to literally, fly the flag for him.
Get the flag out. Do you think we're going to see Cameron maybe be... Yeah, I know Martin's here and it's always a bit awkward talking about someone's son in front of them, but, he has been accused of being quite moany in the house and angry at certain things. Do you think we're going to see him relax now and maybe start enjoying his time a lot more?
I hope so, but you don't know, do you? He's a young boy and he's just done something humongous on national television. I'm so glad he has. But he seems like a real thinker as well, Martin. And maybe that's why he gets on with Lewis so well, is they analyse quite a lot and they're big thinkers. So I hope that he can relax and feel like, that load is off his shoulders. But what I don't want to see him do is worry and what are my friends thinking, what's the public thinking? Because we have heard him say that. I hope that he just kind of embraces it and kind of goes, screw everyone, this is me, and,
And I think Lewis is going to play a big part in helping him with that, I think, from what we've seen. They're our originals, but we've got 2 newbies just gone into the house. Hussein and Isabella.
I know.
I mean, a couple of entrances there tonight.
Yeah.
What are you making of these 2?
That was a plastic jacket and a half.
That was waterproof, let me tell you. White clean.
I have high hopes for Hussein.
Do you?
Really?
Yeah.
In what way?
I think he's going to be... I hope he's going to be like a comedy character. Do you know what I mean? A bit of a doofus.
A clown.
A bit of a lovable clown.
A bit of a lovable clown.
Yeah, and Isabella, I'm not sure yet. Did you see the kind of like
Brooke
little...
and Sean.
Yeah.
There's a little...
And I know, Brooke was in the same audition room as her, so I don't know whether that is what they were talking about.
Maybe something was said in that audition
room. But it was a
room
bit
that we'll
like
find
Sean
out.
was having a right little look, wasn't she? So I want to see Sunday's show to know what they were talking about.
No, don't we all?
No,
Do you know
I
what I
know.
mean? How do we think our original housemates are going to welcome 2 new additions? Because, I mean, it was a complete shock. They looked really happy.
They did look really happy, and I think that's what is so good about this bunch. They talk very much about we're here as a group and, we're all in this together. And I know they have bust-ups, but they kind of settle it quite quickly. They seem quite open-minded individuals. And I think, hopefully, they will kind of take them in as rather than kind of grouping off and going, no, this is our house and our territory and you're not included. I think they have the right mentality to embrace them, and as long as they don't piss them off.
Yeah, which, I mean, is probably quite highly likely in this show. It's going to be a busy week with our newbies.
Yeah.
What have we got coming up? Any gossip? Any exclusives? I want exclusives.
Yes, well, we have got the auction is happening again tomorrow.
Love an auction,
which
love a
you'll
Big
see on
Brother
Sunday.
auction.
And the top lot that they can bid for.
Love a top lot, go on.
And win. A top lot or not?
No, top lot. I've got my bag of bitcoins in my back.
They can bid for immunity.
Oh! So immunity from this week's nominations.
Yes.
Wow.
Obviously, the new housemates are exempt from nominations this week,
Right.
and they have no coin, so they can't bid.
Right, OK.
But they can earn coin at some point soon, and who knows, they might get a little...
I mean...
coins are brilliant.
Aren't they?
Brilliant addition,
Yes.
yeah, absolutely.
I mean, immunity.
Yeah.
I mean, Thomas going for that extra life
Yeah.
last week, but immunity, I've got a really strong feeling Thomas is going to be spending some coin over the
He's
weekend.
just been given another another £500
I
or
know.
something. Yeah.
He's laughing with a coin. Listen, I love you loads. You look beautiful. I'll see you next week. 7 Williams, everyone. Right, coming up after the break, he switched up his internet package and gone and got himself an unlimited data deal for a tenner a month. Luke Kempner has gone full Wi-Fi. We're sending him up to the camera runs for a little looky look at our new housemates. Plus, how can I forget about this one? Isaac is waiting backstage right now. There he is. And he's going to be having a nut with me very soon. Don't go anywhere. See you shortly. That's it, and this is so... Sorry, welcome back to Big Brother's Bit on the Side. Chizzy and I thought we'd try a hand at fan dancing. I don't know how the housemates felt it. It's really simple, but I can see why you were first out of Strictly. Go and sit down. She won the weakest link, all right? Leave her to it. In just a moment, Isaac's going to be bowling down the bot staircase and spilling his beans all over my sofa. But first, he's my ultimate piece of clickbait. He makes me feel all googly inside. And tonight, he's gone up to the camera runs for a snoop at our brand new housemates. Luke Kempner, it's over to you.
Thanks, Ryland. Yeah, I'm really excited. I feel a little bit like David Attenborough here. Here we are, joining the first 2 new housemates as they join the flock. Will they survive, or will they be eaten alive by Thomas? I don't know, because I don't know if they're my flavour. Now, it's been really interesting because each of them are taking different roles, OK? So you can see Isabel there, and Kian came in with lots of energy. I think he was going to actually fire, but he was giving her a tour around the house straight away, loads of excitement, which was quite interesting. And then you had Cameron, who sort of stood back while he sort of ate a bowl of porridge, must be hungry. He was like, oh, I don't even care, I don't even know them. But then Thomas, I think, is still a little bit upset about Isaac leaving, so he's a little bit teary. And as you can see, Kennelly there, she's talking to Hussein, and, you know, they've all done a nice tour around the house. But the good thing is I think they're all going to be friends. I think they're all getting on. And it's mainly Kian that's really taking the lead. Oh, and also Lewis, as soon as they came in, he was like, do you want a beer? Do you want a beer? I'll go get you a beer. I'll go get you a beer. So he's definitely sort of saying, look, I'm going to be the friendly one. I'm going to be the friendly one, which I think is good to see. I think that's good to see. But, you know, I can't wait to see what happens, Rylan. Back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Luke. Get back down here. You haven't got long. Right, he is the ex-semi-pro footballer who's missed his chance at being top of the Big Brother League. You all went nuts when he couldn't quite put his finger on what a clitoris was. But I'm here to point him in the right direction, allegedly. I ain't got a clue either. Give it up for your third evictee. It's Isaac! Oh, Isaac! Calm yourself, please. A bit of decorum, I do apologise. Isaac, you've been out of the house for a little while now. You know, I know it's always hard to walk out of those doors.
Yeah.
How are you feeling?
Still a bit shaky, obviously a bit gutted still, but...
Obviously.
Yeah.
But do you know what? I've got to say, that's what I really liked about you tonight, because I hate it when housemates go, it's fine, I'm happy to be out.
Nah, it's not fine.
Bollocks, you're all upset to be out of that house. Do you know what I mean?
They're all cheering, you all fucking voted me out.
Do you know what
I don't get it.
Well, how are you feeling? Obviously, you've seen the noms tonight. Emma showed you them. How are you feeling? There is a bit of an upset in there that you've gone.
Obviously, what about the nominations for me?
Yeah, the nominations.
Well, obviously you've got to nominate someone, ain't you? And, like, they do probe a bit when you're in there, so you have got to get into it, do you know what I mean?
Then we see them all tonight. Pretty much everyone was upset and crying, and you've just said it then. Well, you all nominated me. What did you think was going to happen?
Yeah.
You feeling a bit shitty about it?
Not overly, because I've said some bad stuff about people as well, but it is what it is, isn't it?
It's the name of the game.
It's the name of the game.
It's
the name of the game.
Our housemates all come out, you know, with a different outlook on the Big Brother experience. You know, we've had Kay here, who, you know, it was the right thing for her. You know, we've had Anna Amelia here saying, you know, she felt it was OK that she was out. But being in there, how did you feel about your Big Brother experience? Is it something you enjoyed?
Yeah. Do you know what? I was myself 100% all the way, like, through and through. Like, I wouldn't do anything different. Like, obviously, I laughed, I fucking cried. You know what I mean? Like, I think, I'm not being big-headed, but I think I was a good housemate. I think he was a good housemate.
You was. you gave us something to talk about, and to me, that's a good housemate.
Yeah.
Obviously, we had the game changer this week.
Yeah.
Kennelly won again.
I know.
I mean, 2 weeks in a row. How did you feel when she
Mate,
won that?
I keep coming second in these challenges, yeah? Can you see how annoyed I'm getting as well?
Yeah, he's getting riled, he's getting
Honestly, obviously, I'm competitive as fuck, like, probably too competitive, but coming second is not really...
Is it a
something
silly
I wanna
question
get-
to ask? If you had won, would you have saved yourself?
Oh, yeah.
Of course he would.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, defo.
Well, you might have cocked up your chances in the house, but there's
Yeah.
one thing we can't say he weren't shy of getting off, and that was his, getting his kit off, and we definitely got an eyeful. Isaac, it's time for your butts bits.
Be prepared for highly sexy dancing, things of a sexual nature, and dick talk from the start.
This autumn.
How pumped does my chest look? Pumped as fuck.
Things are getting big.
Oh my God, it's huge. It's getting bigger as well. I can't look again.
Very,
Baby oil.
very,
When I say big, you say dick. Big dick. Big dick. Yeah.
big,
It's huge. It needs its own zip code.
and naked. Magic Isaac XXXL.
I'd like there to be like some fucking strip show challenge.
He's out
There's some naughty people here, and I'm one of them.
now.
I know what you want to see.
Sorry, I'm just having a moment, Isaac. Do you know what I mean? Woo! From your box bits, I think we do need to quickly talk about your big bits.
I knew this was coming.
You sent the BBUK Twitter into an aubergine emoji meltdown.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie. You gave Brooke, Lewis, and Kean a little cheeky in the shower the other day. Should we have a little? Well, not a little look. Let's have a big look at what happened.
Fuck!
So
Turn the
here we
telly
go.
off, Mum.
So there he is, just having a lovely day out. And there we go. There was a little flash there, and he had a lovely single time. Everyone was quite shocked, actually, Isaac, because I mean, it was like a real talking point in the house. I mean, how do you feel about your? We'll say aubergine, because I'm a classy boy.
Yeah.
Being so publicly spoken about.
Do you know what I said? There's one thing I don't want to do when I go in there, yeah?
What was that?
And that was it.
Was it get you willy out?
Yeah. I don't know what come over me. I was a bit waved. It was fucking...
Well, I don't know what would come over my audience to be fair. Look at them. Oh, in a state. Let's stop dicking about and let's get down to the gritty stuff. We saw in the house you had quite a turbulent relationship with Kennelly at times. You know, they're having a moment. You had quite a turbulent relationship with Kennelly at times. We saw during the BB Airlines task you used to have quite an argument on that plane.
Yeah.
What was it about you and Kennelly that sometimes, I think she calls it beef ting?
Yeah. Do you know what it was? She's just loud. Like, I don't know. It's just, I hate loud noises, you know, like sudden loud noises. And she's talking loud and everyone was fucking loud at the same time. And it was just getting on my nerves. I shouldn't have went on the way I did. I knew straight away, like, as soon as I seen her welling up and that, I thought, fuck, like...
And how are things with her now? We saw you
Yeah.
obviously make up and that, but is it put behind you now?
Yeah, we're sweet now. Straight away we're sweet after. Do you know what it was? As soon as I said sorry as well, I was still feeling bad after, like...
Really?
20 minutes after, I was still feeling like a little bit shaky.
It's hard in there though, isn't it?
I
Because
know.
you can't really get away from each other.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
it does continue. And another housemate that you had was Akeem. There was a lot of talk about game plan from him, and again, him counting out loud with the chickens and things like that. How are you and Akeem now? Because he seemed really, really gutted to see you go tonight.
Oh, this makes me sound like a prick, doesn't it?
It doesn't make you sound like a prick at all.
It does.
It doesn't. But I mean, seeing his reaction tonight.
I'm easily irritated, man.
Easily irritated.
Fuck it, I'm a prick. If I'm a prick then.
Well, listen, I don't think you're a prick, but we've loved having you as a housemate, and you might not have won Big Brother, but no one goes away empty-handed on my show, Isaac. So you are now the very proud owner of a set of Ryland's Farewell Fangs. I'm going to put them there. I'm going to keep them safe.
I'm going to keep it.
Come with me.
Because I'll take that with me.
No, you can take it with you. Bring your drink.
Sweet.
This is unfortunately the moment they all dread. I know. Isaac, spin yourself round because it's time to turn you red. Spin spin back round. You've been a great housemate. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Isaac. Get yourself over to our panel. Shine. Right, coming up, we're going to have an exclusive look at how our fancy new housemates are getting on in their new surroundings. Plus, Isaac is in for a well good time when he takes an involuntary dip down my well. He's going to be answering all the questions he never thought he'd have to in the final farewell! Really deep. I'll see you after this. Mum? To Big Brother's bit on the side.
Kim! Wake up, darling! What are you doing?
I'm bored.
She's been on the song. Darling. Anyway, it's time now to see what's been happening since Isaac went out and Hussein and Isabella went in.
I'll be here for you, right? I promise you. Right, I'm here. Stupid, man. I know. When I think about it, I just want to cry. This is so stupid. I promise you I'll be at every step of the way. Thanks. Right? We're here till the end, right?
Yeah.
You're not going. You're not going anywhere.
It's okay. It's just too much for me.
No, it's not. You've come a far way in life, and you've showed me stuff that I never knew was possible. Okay?
Yeah, thank you.
I'll be here no matter what for you.
Yeah.
I know Isaac's a big loss, and I love Isaac to bits. We'll see him in a couple of weeks, and until then, I'm going to be by your side, right?
Okay.
Well, it looks like they're all a little bit emotional in there, but I'll cheer you up. Luke Kempner's joined the panel, everyone. Now, Isaac, I'm going to come to you for this. They're obviously really upset. I know you probably didn't get to see much of it because Kim had her arms wrapped round you for most of that.
This young man has said things to me I wouldn't say to anybody. And he wants me to go on a date with him.
All right. As long as I can send a camera, it's happening.
He said he has heard that many good tune played on an old fiddle, you cheeky thing.
Isaac, obviously, they're going to miss you in there. I mean, it must make you feel good to know that... I know it's awful to see people upset, but they are upset that you've left. Yeah. Do you think you've made friends on the outside, on the inside, do you think?
What? Say that again, sorry.
Do you think you've made friends... It's the way I've said it. Do you think you've made friends on the inside that you'll stay friends with on the outside?
Oh, definitely. Like Thomas and Lewis G especially. Look at him, look!
I know.
Mate.
I mean, he looks like Bjork when she had a row with that journo. Bless her.
That's harsh, man.
No, I love it. I love the look. Eyal, let me come to you. I mean, what are you making of the house now? We've got 2 new additions that have gone in. Bjork's crying in the garden, bless her.
I think it's all going to go off. I'm excited to see what's going to happen next. Gosh. You can never trust a man who wears glasses at night, though. That's all I'm saying.
You've been known to wear the sunnies indoors at times. What were you making of Hussein?
Well, look, I think Hussein's going there, you know, he's a confident guy, and, like, I think when you're going in late, it's good to go in with a bit, you know, like when Kim went in, not that you went in with a game plan.
Don't sign
No, don't. I was going to come to you, but I've run out of time. Sorry, darling. I love you anyway. We have come to that time of the week, though, which is giving our evictees nightmares and is making them well scared. It's the returning strand that just keeps returning. It is time to fall down the final farewell! Well, it's time for the final farewell. Well. Before we say one final farewell to Isaac, we've got more of a deep, dark hole for him to get into. I'm going to shoot some serious questions at you and I want your rapid response. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
He's ready.
I've been ready.
Which of the housemates made you well up?
Akeem.
Oh. You might as well tell the truth. You're never going to see again in your life.
Akeem. That's harsh.
Who left you feeling well done?
Sean.
Who played the game most like a well-oiled machine?
Thomas.
Thomas! Who well needs to leave this show next?
Akeem.
Oh. Who knows full well they've just been a faker?
Oh, this is bad. Akeem.
Oh! I can see a theme. All right, Snog, marry or push down a well. Kennelly, Sean and Zoe.
Snog, Sean, marry Kennedy, push down a well, Zoe.
Oh! Right. It's not all water under the bridge. Who said this about you whilst you were in the house?
All right, let's go.
He's disrespectful, intimidating, and he's got no consideration for any other housemates.
Lewis F.
Do you think it was Lewis F?
Or K.
I need an answer.
Lewis F.
You're right! It was Lewis F!
Isaac, please leave the bot studio.
Isaac, you've got to go. Oh, he's got to go. Go on, Isaac. Off you go, darling. Go on, sweetheart. Gosh, a lot tonight. And this week, a massive thank you to my panel, my audience, and everyone tuning in at home. I'm back straight after the main show on Monday with Ricky Norwood, Lizzie Cundy, and the one and only Dangerous Paul Denan. Plus, I'm going to have more from your latest Victory, Isaac. Until then, have the best weekend.